that's your speed control.
That's it.
And that was how Andrew won the last game. So Andrew locking in so quickly. He knows what he wants to do. He feels it in his heart. He feels that he knows what is best. But Rajan taking his time. Will Rajan get this call correct? This turn could determine who has such a huge advantage going on to the rest of this game.
Yeah, I think I give Rajan the advantage right now, honestly, because the Terrapagos is so exposed, right? And so, yeah, the question is whether or not, Rajan doesn't really have the reason to click fake out onto the Tornadoes. There's overcloaks, so Terrapagos is going to switch out. We know it's a Moongus coming out, but this means no offensive pressure from Andrew's end this turn.
No Terra, fake out into a Moongus. Gonna take a little Rocky Helmet chip here. What is Tornadus going for? It's most likely the Tailwind. It is the Tailwind. So that's 4 turns of Tailwind on Andrew's side, but what will he give up in exchange?
There it is, the full switch into Tornadus, and so that's an immediate knockout, and of course that first serve Tailwind, you don't really get anything out of it, and so a quick knockout here. This also means that you can pivot back out into that Whimsicott and now protect 1 turn, stagger Tailwind by 2 turns, and then suddenly you have so many extra turns of Tailwind to work with, and so I personally expect a Whimsicott to switch in here.
Right.
There it is.
Good call, Aaron, and we haven't even talked about how this Incineroar is still a massive threat.
Yeah.
It's already done a good job of pressuring the Terrapagos, and something we haven't seen just yet is using knockoff to remove the choice specs to remove the real damage from the Terrapagos. Terrapagos is strong, but it really wants some kind of a boost before it starts doing massive damage, and so here it's pretty risky. The other thing, though, that we have to consider is that this could be Terrastalize, Terrapagos, and Spore the Incineroar.
Yes. That would be, I don't know, I'm thinking about it, and I feel like Andrew's honestly pretty far behind in this game right now, so I feel like maybe you need to make a big play, especially because this is the Assault Vest on the Incineroar, so I would not expect Terra Starstorm to get the knockout right now. And so, I don't know, I do feel like Andrew is pretty far behind after that turn 1. It's so important to pay attention to when the Terra comes out here, because removing that terrain just for 1 turn can have a huge, huge payoff. We're seeing Andrew considering a bunch of different options. He's going to offer Rage Powder at Terra Starstorm. So we'll see. I mean, here I would expect maybe Protect and Knockoff, maybe Protect Flare Blades, but I think Protect is really safe. You don't want to feint to Terra Starstorm plus potential Pollen Pop, and what this allows you to do is now have multiple extra turns of Tailwind in this end game.
Absolutely. It was a little risky from Rajan, but saying, hey, even if you do Terrastalize, that at least makes it so Rajan can be a bit stronger later. I don't have to worry about my return being removed. And not redirect the attack there. That actually could end up playing a role, because Electric Drift, despite being a special move, actually makes contact, therefore activating the Rocky Helmet. But the thing here, Aaron, is that you burn another turn of Tailwind, and if you want, you can actually encore the Whimsicott and say, hey, I'm going to make it so you can't protect next turn, and I'm going to make it so you can't KO my Whimsicott this turn. I think it's an encore the Whimsicott. Encore the Amogus, excuse me, to ensure that your Whimsicott's Focus Sash remains intact.
Yes.
So you actually have a couple of options here, and I think that which one Rajan decides to go for can really, really be important. This Incineroar has taken a ton of damage, but Andrew this time actually saving the Terra, not wanting to use it preemptively, not wanting to give up that Terra shell or the ability to overwrite the terrain.
Yeah, that's really important, because that's your one big chance in this game, right? And so I think if you commit to it too early and then the Rajan just comes back in, that's it. No more potential for Spore for you. So makes a lot of sense. Also, of course, you get that single target damage. Incineroar is actually going to
be
pivot out.
Right?
Yeah.
That is Overpawn. Interesting. Okay. Overpawn switching in, and actually we didn't see Andrew Terra. An amazing play, and the encore from the Whimsicott. That's amazing, Aaron. Not only does he switch Overpawn into a resisted hit, because this is a normal move until Terrapagos Terrastalizes, he's encored Amoonguss into a move that can't work against his 2 Grass-type Pokemon.
That's right, and so Amoonguss now is completely useless. You called the Encore potential earlier, now Amoonguss is in such a bad spot, but what do you do? Are you really going to switch it out into your final Pokemon?
It's so risky. I'm not sure you can, but and do you use your Terra now? Looks like the answer might be yes, you do, but also, Aaron, this is the final turn of Tailwind, and Whimsicott has 0 ways to go down, except if Rajan side targets. But probably won't be doing that. That means that Rajan will not only be able to match the Tailwind, he'll be able to overwrite it, basically, with his own. He's got such a huge advantage at the speed of the battle, but he needs to find a way through this Amoonguss so that Miraidon can do the damage that it needs.
Yeah, I'm wondering, in this position, you're not at risk of getting knocked out, so no need to set up Tailwind with Whimsicott yet. You could theoretically, Moonblast plus Ivy Cudgel into the Amoonguss front. And I think that probably just knocks out Fluttermane, right?
Yeah, probably. So Amoonguss is going to switch out here. It's going to activate that Regenerator ability. It's possible it can take a powerful electric move later. Fluttermane switching in. This is another option for speed control, but it won't outspeed Miraidon in Tailwind, so it's only, somewhat there. Let's see what happens this turn. We are probably, I think we saw, seeing the Terrastalization from the Terrapagos. Andrew waited so long, he conserved it so well, but now he feels like he needs it. He needs the spread damage. He can no longer wait to overwrite the electric terrain. He needs to go for this now, and frankly, I agree. I think this is his only way back into the battle. And for me, the question is, will Ogerpon go down to this Terra Star Storm?
Yeah, let's see. I mean, it did so much damage that first time around.
There's also the option for a Moonblast drop, I realize.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Oh, Terra Starstorm is just going to come out immediately. Does it knock out the Ogerpon? We didn't see Tailwind come out here. Could have been Tailwind Ivy Kacho. Ogerpon will faint.
Man. That's a huge knockout. The Ogerpon goes down. What does Whimsicott go for? It's Moonblast. We know for sure. It's Moonblast into the Terrapagos. How much is it going to do?
Not a lot.
Not a lot, but that definitely puts in the range of a Miraidon move as the Tailwind ends. So, oh, Aaron, we're so close to the end of this battle. The question is just, how much damage is Miraidon able to do? Rajan is betting it all on Miraidon. He can go for Tailwind and Electro Drift into either Pokemon, picking up the KO. If he commits Terrestrialization, he'll most likely get the Amoonguss that switched in as well. But if he goes after the Terrapagos and Amoonguss switches in,
and then Icy Wind,
then he might lose the speed advantage.
Yes.
And so that's something he has to consider. He can also go for Discharge, but the question is, even with Terra Electric, will it KO the Terrapagos? It's unclear. I don't know the calcs there. There's so much going on here. Does he want to commit Terra? Does he not want to commit Terra? He knows he takes one Moonblast. Aaron, there's so much going on here.
There's so much, and I think this turn alone feels so critical right now, right? So you can see the option, considering pivoting out into Amoonguss and then targeting the Flutter Mane. There is the option right now to just straight up go for Tailwind. I was wondering, like, is Discharge ever a possibility?
I think maybe
here?
Terrapagos switches out. If Rajan locks in Terra Electric Discharge and Tailwind, he will win this game. Because he'll be able to go into Incineroar, fake out before his own Discharge, and clean up the game with it. Here's the Terrestrialization from Rajan. This is the last player to use it. He saved it to the end of the game. The only question is, what
is it going for? Did it target the Amoonguss? Because if it did, an Icy Wind comes out.
This could get really scary, really fast. Is it Electro Drift? Is it Discharge? Is it Volt Switch? Is it Tailwind? First, reducing the Tailwind from Whimsicott. Rajan now has 4 turns with this speed advantage. But what move does he go for?
Oh, it's going to be Volt Switch. Okay, but into who? Is it into Flutter Mane?
Amoonguss.
It's into Amoonguss. Okay. That's a lot of damage.
Not enough damage, though. Miraidon going back here. What does Flutter Mane go for? It'll be able to pick up a KO on the Whimsicott for sure. The Incineroar's low HP, so a Moonblast will get that too. Incineroar comes out.
This is so close. I believe we saw the Icy Wind lock in.
Incineroar goes down here. That's the end of Incineroar. But the question is Miraidon going to be enough to close up this game? Now that it's terrestrialized, it's weak to Terra Star Storm.
I think you might have to Discharge, right?
I think you might have to. Otherwise, Flutter Mane goes down, and then, yeah, it's actually Rajan's only option, I think.
I feel like you could protect Whimsicott, because, like, you're going to survive a Moonblast, you eat up an Icy Wind.
Yeah. You Electro, but the thing is, if he protects Amoonguss and you Electro Drift, then you have to take a second Icy Wind the next turn. I think you need to Discharge this turn. I don't see another way forward. And Discharge, it just depends on how strong it is. I have no idea. It's the weakest of Miraidon's moves. It's like just by virtue of the base power and the spread damage, but that doesn't mean that it's weak by any means.
Oh, this is so close. Both players fighting for their tournament life right now. Miraidon has to lock into its final move here. Once you commit that move, you cannot switch. So you can see the Rage Powder here. That does not cover for the Discharge option.
Aaron, if he doesn't protect Whimsicott, no!
Whimsicott protects.
He protected!
Oh my goodness.
If he discharged, he could have won the game without it, but Rage Powder comes out, redirecting any moves that Miraidon might want to go for.
Is it Discharge?
Is it Discharge? It's Discharge! Oh my goodness, Rajan's Whimsicott might be the key that keeps him from winning this battle. The thing is that when Discharge hits multiple targets, it is weaker. It should KO both Pokemon this turn, but the problem is that Rajan's own Whimsicott is reducing the damage of his Discharge.
Yes, will the Terrapagos be able to survive? I think so.
It could be the difference maker. We saw how much Volt Switch did with no terrain.
Oh, this is unbelievable.
Oh man, Rajan could still win with a double protect, but if he just let Whimsicott go down there, he would have been in an amazing position. Andrew, it all comes down to if he can KO both Pokemon this turn. Rajan's thinking about it. He gets it! Oh my god, Miraidon has the speed advantage. How much is Discharge gonna do? Electric Terrain boosted, Hydro Engine boosted, Terra Electric boosted, Choice Specs boosted, Discharge is enough damage!
It even need the double protect, but Rajan claims its first championship in Regulation G. Rajan Ball, he's made it to top 8, he's made it to top 4, he's made it to the finals, and now he has claimed his first regional championship victory here in Indianapolis.
There were so many restricted Pokemon